This is St. James's Gate Brewery in Dublin, where Guinness Stout has been crafted. Here, the dark stout ferments before being poured.
Guinness Stout is produced at St. James's Gate Brewery right here in Dublin. And the manufacturer? It's Diageo, as you can see on these bottles.
Today, we go inside the manufacturing process of Guinness Stout, from how the raw materials are supplied to how workers and machines transform them.
Finally, every bottle of Guinness Stout is sealed. It's then packed into boxes and sent to the world. Every bottle is sealed airtight, preserving the stout's unique character. Finally, it's packed and sent to the world. This is how Guinness Stout is made. The journey begins far away from the factory, on vast barley farms.
Welcome to South Carolina, where these vast barley fields fuel the world-famous Guinness. And these workers are the heart of it.
We keep it all running.
Barley is the heart of spout beer. Selected farmers grow high-quality barley under control and maintain strict standards.
In these vast golden fields, modern combine harvesters, guided by skilled farmers, efficiently gather the ripe barley.
Once harvested, the barley is cleaned, dried, and tested for moisture and protein levels. This ensures the highest quality grain. Large trucks bring barley to the brewery. At the dock, the sacks are offloaded, stored efficiently inside.
All right, let's get these barley sacks loaded. Right, this one's heavy. Careful, on three. At our Guinness-style brewery, it starts at the entrance with inspecting barley samples. Workers check for quality, moisture, and impurity.
Only the best grains enter the production line. Here, they undergo rigorous inspection. Then, the process begins. This machine crushes roasted barley into grist. Slow motion reveals the power of the grind. Dust particles fill the air as it processes. Water makes up over 90% of Guinness Stout. The company sources water from treated municipal supplies and boreholes. Before use, the water passes through filtration systems, mineral adjustment tanks, chemical testing laboratories, and treated municipal supplies. This ensures consistency and taste, whether the stout is brewed in Africa or Europe. We start with mashing, then control the temperature. Hops give Guinness its subtle bitterness and aroma. They are added during the boil. This creates the signature flavor. Dried hop pellets are imported from certified hop growers. First, they are dried and processed into pellets. Dried hop pellets are imported from certified hop growers. They are vacuum sealed to preserve freshness and stored in temperature-controlled rooms. Yeast is the soul of Guinness. It ferments the wort, creating alcohol and that signature flavor. Inside these tanks, the magic happens.
Specially cultivated yeast strains are the heart of the process. In our brewery, they transform wort into the world's most iconic stout. Specially cultivated Guinness yeast strains, inside the yeast ferments the wort, transforming it into the final product.
Once inside the Guinness factory, humans and machines work together like a single system. For example, workers monitor protective uniforms safeguard workers from hazards. Helmet safety boots prevent foot injuries. Sensors and screens ensure control. Automated sensors monitor every stage of real-time immersion. Skilled technicians oversee and optimize the process. The Guinness factory runs 24 hours a day. Monitored from a central control room, this is how the process works. Welcome to the Guinness Brewery. Let's see how we malt the barley. First, we steep the grains in water, causing them to swell. Then, they germinate on these belts. The barley is first soaked in water to encourage germination. This controlled process begins the transformation in the malting plant. This process activates natural enzymes. These enzymes convert starch into fermentable sugars. Let's see how this works. This process activates natural enzymes. Inside this tank, break down the starch. The reaction is already underway. After germination, the barley is dried in large kilns. The grain is spread out and heated by hot air. To create Guinness' famous dark color, some of the barley is roasted at very high temperatures. Let's see how the process works. This roasting process produces deep coffee and chocolate flavors. Let's see how the workers do it. Roasted unmalted barley gives Guinness its deep black color. Hops create the classic, balanced bitterness. Workers monitor roasting temperatures closely. The goal is to avoid burning. They adjust controls to keep it optimal. Here, roasted and unroasted barley is crushed in these powerful milling machines. This process is essential for the final product. The result is a coarse powder called grist. We feed raw grain into the mill.
And here, it becomes grist.
The grist is mixed with hot water inside massive stainless steel mash tuns. Workers here ensure the process runs efficiently. This step extracts sugars from the grain and creates a sweet liquid called wort. These huge automated paddles stir the mixture continuously. Workers observe how this vortex driving the process forward. After mashing, the liquid is separated from the spent grains. Here, the workers open the valves to drain the wort. Then the grains are removed. The leftover grains are not wasted. They are dried and sold as animal feed. During boiling, massive hops are added. This destroys unwanted bacteria and develops critical flavor compounds.
Batch temp holding steady at 22.5, flow is optimal. Confirmed, pressure is stable, proceeding to fermentation. Acknowledged.
In these massive tanks, a slow chemical reaction bubbles continuously. Workers monitor gauges and adjust valves to control the process. Steam rises, valves open, and pressure systems regulate the process. Workers monitor and control these systems to ensure efficient operation. Workers constantly monitor temperature, timing, and flow rates. This ensures every step of the process is precise. After boiling, the liquid is cooled rapidly and sent to fermentation tanks. Workers in helmets and noise masks monitor the process. Over several days, yeast consumes sugars in these tanks. This produces alcohol and releases carbon dioxide. Workers monitor the process. The stout begins to come alive. Workers in helmets and noise masks monitor the process. This is how stout is made.
Guinness begins with the finest malted barley and hops. Wort fermented grain it ages in barrels to develop its rich flavor.
Technicians test samples daily to ensure quality and consistency. Here's how the process works. After fermentation, Guinness is allowed to mature. Here, workers monitor the process in the brewery. This aging process smooths the taste, develops richness, and stabilizes the stout. The Guinness liquid then passes through filtration systems that remove excess yeast while preserving flavor. Welcome. This is the live cleaning process for Guinness bottles. This ensures every bottle is pristine. The bottles are first washed and sterilized to remove impurities. Next, they're inspected by cameras to ensure quality. This is the bottle cleaning process. Defective bottles are automatically removed. Workers monitor the automated process, ensuring quality. High-speed filling machines pour Guinness into bottles with extreme precision. Workers monitor the process, ensuring quality and safety. Slow-speed filling machines pour Guinness into real Guinness bottles with extreme precision. Workers monitor the process to ensure quality. Slow-speed filling machines pour Guinness into real bottles with extreme precision. Workers monitor the process. Every Guinness bottle is date-stamped for traceability. Here, a worker activates the machine to stamp each bottle. This machine instantly caps the bottles. Workers in helmets oversee the process with precision and speed. Here, workers ensure every Guinness bottle is filled safely. Their helmets and noise masks are vital for safety in this loud environment. This is a real Guinness bottle. Robotic arms pack the bottles into crates and cartons. Workers monitor the process. Our process starts with these authentic Guinness bottles, filled and sealed. Robotic arms precisely pack them into. Workers oversee the process, ensuring safety and accuracy. Here, robotic arms pack Guinness bottles into crates. This is a massive distribution center for Guinness. Forklifts like these keep the operation moving 24/7. At sunset, the fleet of delivery trucks, each loaded with crates of Guinness, departs the factory. As the sun sets, this fleet of delivery trucks, fully loaded with crates of Guinness, departs the factory. Their journey begins.
This is not just a drink. This is engineering, agriculture, chemistry, and craftsmanship combined.
This dark stout is a masterpiece of brewing with deep roasted flavors and a creamy head, rich heritage.
We have come to an end of this documentary. Please like, share, and comment, and subscribe to this channel for more videos like this.